This broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located on 10601 Northern Boulevard, Corona, New York. Sports Talk with Lou and Bug. What is going on, fellas? We are here live today on True to New York Sports, episode number 34. Boogie Hollis, what is going on? We have actually a special guest today, Mr. Nico Rivera in the house. Nico, how are you today, brother? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. All the way here from Kissimmee, Florida.
From Florida, but huge Brooklyn Nets fan, was a New Yorker for a while. Then he went down to go get some sun. Look at that tan compared to me and Boogie. Boogie's wider, the whitest white guy I've ever seen compared to me. Barely see Boogie. But we are here. Nico, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother. Tell us, where are you from? What are your favorite teams? Why are they your favorite teams? All that stuff.
All right, Bronx, New York, born and raised, Mets fan. Don't know how that happened. Grew up a few blocks from Yankee Stadium, but
yeah, how does that happen?
I love it.
I grew up on 156th Street.
Okay, gotcha.
Mets fan, Nets fan. Even though you guys try to say I'm a bandwagon, I've been a Nets fan since I started watching basketball.
So this year,
so this year, right?
Like around 2000 is like I didn't like. As a little kid, I really didn't take interest, as you know, junior high and whatnot. But once I took interest in basketball, that was the Jason Kidd era. Jason Kidd, Kittles, Jefferson, Kenyon Martin leaping out the building. Come on.
Of course.
Okay. That was Showtime on the East Coast, those passes kids was giving back in the day. Okay. Then when VC came over, come on.
Right.
Lopez. It actually hurts me to root against Lopez right now.
He's on the Milwaukee Bucks team, right? Who's like,
what's up, Vinny?
Doing fairly well. What's up, Uncle Vin? Thanks for we took a week off last week because of the holiday, guys. So thank you guys for being patient and waiting for us.
We are back.
But we are back and ready to go.
I hope you missed us.
Yeah.
We have Mets, Nets, Giants. Don't really watch hockey, so you guys are gonna have to take over with that.
That's right. You fit in with 95% of our clientele on True New York Sports anyway.
Yes, I'm a proud Rangers fan. I'm a proud Rangers fan, so
Right.
But I got a Devils hat, so I'll say I'm a Devils fan.
Okay. Oh, please. Of course. So no New York team at all. With whatever. Right. That's fine. But awesome. Welcome to the show, Nico. We're gonna get right into it, brother. First things first.
Knicks off season, baby. This one hurt, man. I mean, like I said, I didn't expect us to go far this year. I didn't expect us to make the playoffs. But even though we made the playoffs, we made 4th seed, this loss stung. Okay? This loss really stung. So now that I had a couple of days to, I guess, heal mentally, you know what I'm saying? Now it's the off-season time. Right. You're hearing rumors. You're hearing fans talk about things. You're hearing radio and TV's analysts talking about things. What are we doing here, Lou, Nico? What are the Knicks doing here, man? What plan do we got going on?
Let me talk first because Nico's going to be talking up a storm about his Brooklyn Nets since they're still in the playoffs anyway. So here's the thing with the Knicks.
I thought so too, Chris.
This was all 5 games more, and I said this in a post on our page. We got to play 5 games more than we anticipated this year, right?
That's true.
Obviously, it's not the best season because we didn't win the championship, and but
this was a great season.
It was a great season overall, right? We made the playoffs. We finished 10 games over 500. We got to see a star in Julius Randle. We got to see RJ Barrett develop. We got to see the capability of Norland Noel.
Resurgence of D Rose,
right? Resurgence of
Taj Gibson, resurgence,
right? Exactly. D Rose coming back from the dead. Taj Gibson coming back from the dead. All these guys that
RJ,
right? All these guys that came.
Fred is crazy. I can't even listen to him. Bucks and 6. RJ, who this guy?
Yeah, I know. We'll get to the Bucks.
But I am very. As a Knicks fan, I am very happy. The only thing, though, is that after Trae Young beat us that first game, we all wanted to destroy the Hawks, right?
Let me tell you something. I was at that last game, and let me tell you something. Like, when the crowd, because everybody was, like, standing up and clapping the Knicks for, an appreciation for the season. This dude, Trey Young, decides to shoot a freaking jump shot from Atlanta in the Garden, and he makes it, then turns around, goes to half court and bows. Like literally, the entire Garden's like looked at this dude with you know what I'm saying, like angry and wanted to like jump on the court. Like that's how mad everybody got at the same time. And I was like, yo, what a jerk this guy is, man. But I mean, you gotta respect it. He's a showman. You know what I'm saying?
I love the showmanship. I love
he's doing
I
what
love
he
it
gotta
too.
do. But it's against my team, so it was gut wrenching. But I mean, like I said, I don't hate him for that. You know what I'm saying? He made the shot, he carried his team. We couldn't stop the lobs, we couldn't stop the floaters, we couldn't stop anything that he decided to do. And looking at the 76ers, it looked like they can't stop him either. So maybe it's not the Knicks. Maybe that team is just that good. Maybe
the Atlanta Hawks did exactly what they were supposed to do. They stopped Julius Randle, and we couldn't stop Trae Young. And that's exactly what happened the whole series. Trae Young.
Not only that, believe it or not, I think Mitchell Robinson was actually very missed. Capella did whatever he wanted in that paint.
Capella was unstoppable.
Rebounds, blocking shots. I think Robinson's athleticism a little bit, like, you know what I mean? He would have clogged up that paint, at least boxing. He at least, out of all the centers you guys got, he got the body to box him out. They could not get this guy off the glass.
Yep. And to answer you too, Fred, I said this to a couple of people, and I'll say it again. Thibodeau is a great coach. He got a lot out of what he didn't have nothing. He got a lot out of nothing, right? But at the end of the day, McMillan outcoached him. And I'm going to say this why. Because we all know the Knick offense is going through Randall, right? So Randall, what he likes to do is he takes the basketball, he dribbles to about the free throw line-ish type area. He backs up, wait to see what kind of double team is going to arrive to him. So then he actually commits to his move. When the double team arrives, he either throws it to the corner or the hash, right? That's his game. And then if they don't show up, then he shoots the jump shot fader or he'll take it to the basket. That's his game plan. So what McMillan did, he decided to, whoever's guarding him, play face up, have Clint Capella sit paint and shade over to him like he's going to double team him. So then once he does that, the other players, instead of playing their man, they played a passing lane. They played the corner, they played the hash, they played the passing lane. So now every time he's seen the double team Clint Capella coming up, he would throw it into his natural spot. But there they are waiting for the pass. That's why he had a million turnovers. They didn't do anything to change this game plan. They just kept giving it to him. He just kept getting frustrated. They called the defense crazy. It wasn't crazy. They just plant for his offense. So what he should have did was at least do double screens up top or pick and roll,
or just
something.
Get aggressive.
He had to get aggressive. Like, he had to change the offense up. He didn't make that adjustment. You know what I'm saying?
Game 5,
that's what happened, man.
Game 5, he was strictly a three-point shooter. When in this man's life has he ever just sat at the three-point line and jacked up shots? He was, even this year, he was an improved three-point shooter, but he's going 6 at most. Every time you see the box score, 6 at most.
Facts.
He's going up
RJ
10 plus.
RJ clanked it up.
Hey, you guys want to know what's funny though?
RJ Bullock. Bullock even clanked it up until the last game.
You want to know what's funny? The Knicks lost every single game that Elfrid Payton did not start at point guard. Just know that, Boogie Hollis. Just know that, Chris Pico, that every single game that Elfrid Payton did not start, the Knicks did not win. How about them apples?
Lou sounds like Payton's mom. Payton's mom cried.
Sounds like Payton is on a flight.
I just have to say that every game that Payton did not start, the Knicks lost. How about that? Anyway,
so I'm hearing rumors that the Knicks and Kelly Oubre are both interested in each other. Now he's younger than Bullock. He's a 3 and defensive player. Can this guy be an upgrade to Bullock? What do you guys think?
If the price is right, I actually like Oubre a lot as a role player. Like they try to bring him in to be that second option in the Warriors. That's not what he is. He's not a second option, but effort, he rebounds, he has putback. I think he brings more to the table than Bullock offensively, and defensively he could lock up and has more length to guard a 4.
Listen, Kelly Oubre, I would not mind having Kelly Oubre.
Here we go again.
I just said Kelly Kulik for some reason. I would not have Kelly Oubre.
Shout out to Kelly Kulik.
Shout out Kelly Kulik as a person on the Knicks. But the bigger free agents that are out there that Nico and I had a little discussion was that who else is going to be a free agent this year? Kawhi Leonard, Lonzo Ball. Two people that I would rather have in a Knicks uniform than Kelly Oubre.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Kawhi is definitely wants to go to Miami. 1, 2.
Right? No, I know that.
Two, that maintenance thing that he does, taking them games off. Thibodeau ain't trying to hear that. So that would disrupt the whole Knicks locker room that they got going on.
We know where my intentions are. But if I'm the Knicks, you stay away. You stay away. You do not make the mistake of Kawhi or Schroeder. Schroeder is. They even said it on some sports shows. That man was out he wouldn't defer to LeBron because he was out to make a name for himself and get this contract this offseason. He put his agenda before his team, and you could see it through the playoffs. Like, he was throwing up some ridiculous shots and doing
right.
Stay away from him because on Tim's team, there is no eye.
Now, when you say Lonzo, I like Lonzo because he plays defense, right? And he has vision. He has court vision. Now, the thing is, with the way this team is run, he's gonna have to hit his shot more consistently, or we're gonna have an upgraded Peyton again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he plays better defense.
He's increased over the last year or two.
He plays better defense than Peyton. He has better court vision than Peyton. But the same thing. What Peyton's problem was, he couldn't shoot, so they played off of him, and they, you know what I'm saying, and that clogged up the lane, and that clogged up the lane. So Lonzo definitely, like, if he arrives to this team, he definitely got to improve on that jump shot.
Well, here's the thing with Lonzo Ball you're comparing someone like Alfred Payton. Lonzo Ball has the potential to be a very good shooter. Okay, the difference though is that if we got somebody like Lonzo Ball, it would take off pressure off of Julius Randle, because look at the playoffs just now. Julius Randle had the 5 worst games of his season against the Atlanta Hawks, and that's because they shut him down. If you have somebody Lonzo Ball who can kind of open up the floor and be a threat for Julius Randle so that there's another option, that could be the play. Because listen, the Atlanta Hawks left RJ Barrett wide open a ton of times, and he was clanking him. Right. Yep. So they had no respect for RJ Barrett.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Knicks. I think the better free agency is in 2 years, not next year. You know, just not this
blow up the team. I think that direction. Do not make the same mistake of throwing first-round draft picks and trying to get an agent star.
Well, they got a whole lot of draft picks, so I think they're gonna have to get creative. You know what I'm saying? But
not this year.
I don't see nobody out there that's gonna be a game changer. But
Chris, it opens the floor because Lonzo Ball has great court vision, so they're gonna have on a guy like Lonzo Ball. You don't have now Julius Randle bringing up the ball up the court.
But like Chris said, he can't shoot.
Fast break. The way his outlet passes are elite.
Yeah,
his passing is great. But like I said, if they're gonna play off of him, then guess where they're gonna be playing? On Randle. The guys that's supposed to be guarding Lonzo, they're gonna shade over to Randle, because that's what I'm trying to say. So Lonzo is just gonna have to prove that he can shoot on a consistent basis, so they can at least respect him. You know what I'm saying? At least keeps a body on him. That's the one thing. But he's a restricted free agent, so. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's an easy grab.
They're gonna have to pay extra.
That's what I'm saying, because the Pelicans are gonna try to match that. So, because I think he likes playing over there with Zion.
Who said elite? Shiz said someone. Who said elite? We said Lonzo Ball's elite. No one said elite. Who said elite? And Lonzo Ball is elite. Lonzo Ball is better than Alfred Payton. It's not even close.
Let me tell you something. What we were just saying about you think that
you heard elite. I didn't say elite.
He's hearing things, bro. He's fucking hearing things, bro.
Is he?
If you want to compare Lonzo Ball with Payton, then yes. In that spectrum,
right? Lonzo Ball is elite compared to Alfred Payton. Yeah,
but no. What we were saying about waiting 2 years.
What show are you watching? We didn't say elite. Like, what show are you watching?
Right.
I would actually take the chance that Oladipo is going to come cheap. Because
he said Nico says passes are elite. That's what he said. Nico said.
His outlet. I said outlet passes. When he starts to break those 40-foot passes, be in stride.
No, he's good with that. That's why he has great court vision. That's why we say he has great court vision. And
his brother might have better court vision.
No, LaMelo's good.
That kid got flair.
He's got super flair.
LaMelo's good.
All right, on to the next topic. Let's talk about the other side of New York.
The winning
Nico,
side.
It's your time to shine, brother. Tell us, how do you feel about this Brooklyn Nets team? Are they unstoppable? Oh, you're yawning. Because you're bored of them? It's boring.
I'm bored. It's easy wins. Like, look at the Bucks. Bro, we didn't have Harden the whole game. Like, the fact that everybody keeps saying, oh, it's going to be different. The shooting's going to be. Let me tell you something about this Bucks team. Completely one-dimensional. One-dimensional. It's the same thing. You're going to put the Greek Freak and Ben Simmons in the same conversation. Just build a wall. Every playoffs, build a wall. They can have their numbers throughout the year. Build the wall, make them shoot some threes. He actually went 2 for 5 from 3, which is good for him. He's short 40%. He got his number, but he had 34, 11, and we smoked them.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're gonna.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, like, they definitely handled the Bucks, obviously. But let's not act like the Bucks are trash. Like, they're definitely better than they were last year because they did surround him with better shooters.
The thing that they
surrounded him with better shooters. So they can't do that wall.
The Harden injury hurts us now because now I could see Holiday locking in on Kyrie and trying to frustrate him when he had to choose who he was going to guard between Harden and Kyrie. But
I just think that
help him, but
honestly, the Nets are still like talent wise, they're still better because their other players are stepping up. Not just Joe Harris. Look at this kid, Mike James. He killed that last game, right? And then, like you said, you got Claxton, you got Shamit dunking on people. Like, what's going on? Like,
you always forget Mr. Guys, Joe Harris.
But forget.
Or Mr. 2015 Blake Griffin.
That's where I was going with this.
Blake Griffin, that hand was above the box when he threw that left-handed jam.
Bro,
that hand was above the box. That boy got his spring back. He ready to go.
Bro, let me ask you a question. This is crazy. They literally sat him against that Celtics series, and now here he is. They put him in there. And now he's a double machine already, huh? Like, is that what the game plan was? You know, they just pick each star and put them to whatever game they want to do.
So
like,
you know that's
how talented this team is?
Blake Griffin's brother is his agent. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Or is his manager? His manager is agent.
Manager.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hear what he said? He said, listen, we weren't ready for this quick turnaround of this season because he was still recovering from a knee surgery. So when he came to the Nets, it was surgery. No, he had his knee cleaned up.
No, him and Derrick Rose. Oh, I can't play for the Detroit Pistons. My knee hurts a lot longer than it actually should.
No, because when he came to the Nets, he didn't play for a while. When he came to the Nets, he didn't play for a while.
I miss busting balls because
but he dunked his first game back. Like,
yep,
his first points they were dunks. His first points were dunks.
Come on, baby, we knew what we were doing. Just gotta reel them in, baby, reel them in.
The Detroit Pistons are paying Blake Griffin to play playoff basketball right now. That's the funny part.
So I think he's definitely going to make a difference in this series because you know the Nets lack rebounding. You know what I'm saying? As you saw what happened when Walker on the Celtics was healthy, he posed as a problem. But now you got Greek Freak and Lopez and what's the name? Millsap. They got Millsap.
Is DeAndre Jordan hurt, or is he just
they just don't play him? He's just not playing.
I was actually surprised he didn't get no burn in that first game because with the size of Milwaukee, I thought
he's insurance. He's insurance.
Yeah, he's insurance.
In case Claxton get hurt. Yeah,
it's the same thing with Boogie on the Clippers, right? He never plays, ever plays, right? Like I think he played 2 minutes the entire series against the who they just played, the Mavericks. By the way, speaking of Mavericks, real quick,
KP,
someone's got to get Lucas some help.
KP, max contract for what?
Right.
So you heard
all those
comments
KP
today?
Apologists who was dissing the Knicks. There you go. That's the KP that you guys were bigging up so bad.
Right.
But did y'all see his comments? I'm being neglected. I'm not treated as a co-star because you're not a star. You lucky you got the money, guy.
My bad.
Right. Meanwhile, Tim Hardaway Jr. outplayed KP on every aspect of shooting that whole playoffs. And both former New York Knicks, And but Luka needs help. That's the thing with this NBA. One guy can't take the team to the.
What do you mean?
He's
They
not
had Hardaway
getting help
Jr. killing.
with KP getting that max contract. Where are they getting the help from? They're not getting the help. Nobody's touching that contract.
No, not at all. No, he's gonna have to go back to Yugoslavia, whatever.
No, send him to the Nets. Get him a ring.
Yeah,
Yeah. Luka wants a buyout. He's hurt.
Right. Exactly.
Listen, Lou, I'm telling you right now, everything that I said about the Nets is arriving true right now. I told you the Nets was gonna slow walk right through this East.
Listen.
Now that the Lakers are gone,
now
that the Lakers are gone,
you know
I don't see them
right?
losing.
Latvia. That's right. Sorry, I fucking forgot where it was. Listen, real quick. I said at the beginning of the season that I thought the Milwaukee Bucks were going to go to the championship. That was before James Harden and Blake Griffin got on the team. Okay,
so, my prediction was before James Harden got to the team.
I said it in the beginning of the season. I've been calling a ring since the beginning, before the Harden trade.
I still don't think you guys should count out the Bucks just yet. Wait until the end of this game, please. Thanks.
Let me tell you something,
Chris. Suns are tough, but not tough enough.
My biggest encouragement is just how KD would just look at the Greek freak and say, "Come here," and just shoot one right over him. Right. He's like, "Come here, you're next."
Right.
And he made that three at the end of the third quarter. What did that remind you of at the end of the third quarter? That three he made in both finals against LeBron, that he just walks up right at the end of the quarter. He just tells you, yeah, it's over.
Over, right. Speaking of LeBron James, first time in his NBA career that he is eliminated from the playoffs in the first round. First round, LeBron James out. 14-1. The Undertaker of WrestleMania in the first round, eliminated.
Listen, man, why are you taking such happiness over that? The man has a long career. He's 78 years old. Don't you think you should applaud him? Like, wow.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
I loved it. I could not wait to turn the TV on because I watch FS1 every morning. What's that guy's name in the first show? Nick, whatever, that he just sucks LeBron and Shannon. Shannon Sharp. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
I'm glad to see new faces that's out there that's trying to go for a championship outside of the Durant.
Right.
But
listen. The only reason why I say what I say about LeBron is because I'm upset with him that at the end of that series, he didn't go shake any of their hands because he lost. Don't be a sore loser. Take the L like a man. Go over there and shake their hands, you fuck.
Hey, the Knicks had to shake the Hawks' hand after doing all that trash talk. So
right, they did it. And they did it.
They did
no problem. No problem.
So we want to see if Greek Freak is going to be shaking Durant's hand after the Nets defeat them.
He will. He's classy.
Let me tell you something. If they defeat them this game, because they play at they play in 6 minutes. So if they defeat them this game, then it's probably not even worth watching the rest of the series. To be honest with you.
Let me tell you something.
I know a lot of people are saying the Bucks going to win, but I don't see it.
Harden out. If they dominate this game, not just win. If they dominate this game, Harden's not coming back till next round.
But it's not Harden and Green. It's not just.
But Green's been out. We've been used to Green not playing. Green has been out the first
end
round
of the season.
No, but I'm saying he was out the first round. Now with the whole core back together, Green has been out. We're used to it from the first round. But with Harden being out, if we win this game by 10, pack it up.
Pack it up.
Pack it up. To me, honestly, it's pack it up anyway.
No, I don't.
That's how I see it. I'm actually
they got
happy Harden got a mild injury.
That kid Forbes is pretty good on their team. He's a good shooter.
They got no bench. Teague, your Nick from last year, Bobby Portis Jr.
I mean, he's been solid this year.
Bobby Portis Jr. sucks.
No, he's been solid this year.
That whole bench is terrible.
Been solid.
He was better when he was in Chicago.
They gained Holiday and lost their bench.
He learned how to shoot.
Right.
Poor Brook Lopez. Come back to the Nets, baby. We'll get you a ring.
True. Brook Lopez, he became an only shooter once he left the Nets because before
he was
a post-up guy. Yeah. Now he's just a jump shooter.
Still can't rebound. I used to yell at him. My dad used to yell at him, how this guy is 7 feet, ended the game with 6 rebounds. What is he doing playing 40 minutes?
It's true. It's true. Right.
So it's like I said, it's tough. It's tough to say anything negative about the Nets. That's why it's so hard to cover these guys, because it's like, what are you gonna say? Like, what weakness? I mean, outside of their rebounding weakness, what other weakness do they have? And their defense is good enough. They don't have great defense, but their defense is good enough. The only team is out there. I'm pretty sure the Suns is between the Suns and the Clippers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to my sources right now. Hold on.
Between the Suns and the Clippers, I don't see them losing.
Unbelievable. Joe Harris missed 4 of his 9 3-pointers he took last game. What a terrible shooting performance.
Right.
That's all I got.
If that's the best you got, then
that's what I got. He only shot 55% from 3.
That's bad.
I'm expecting 80.
Right.
What's going on, Ray?
All right, guys, let's talk about something that's I've been morally depressed about. I know Nico's happy about this. Yo, hold on, I'm switching my screen to go over by Boogie. Yo, New York Yankee fans, we are in fucking trouble. All right, and I'm sorry, I don't usually curse too often, but we are in fucking trouble. You see these Met fans right now? These Met fans. Just sitting back, relaxing, watching me while they're 6 games above 500 in first place. Let me tell you, you Yankee fans, something. You guys can all bitch about that strike 3 call as much as you want, but the bullpen has blown about 5 games for us out of 8. We are 8 out of 9 losses. Hit the panic button is right, Pico, because the Yankees are in trouble. We are now in 4th place. We're only 3 games above 500. We're 6.5 games out of first. We just got swept by the Red Sox. We got swept by the goddamn Detroit Tigers last week. We lost a series against the Blue Jays. We lost a series against the Rays. We're going to get swept by the goddamn Minnesota Twins tomorrow.
What about the Phillies in the weekend?
We are in fucking trouble. And I'm telling you all that right now. This is bad. I was so happy with the small ball that this New York Yankees team was playing a few weeks ago. And all out the window. All out the window. Fucking congrats.
Let me tell you.
You know what our biggest fucking highlight is? Is that Gary Sanchez is finally hitting over 200.
Hey. Judge is having a good season.
No. Gary Sanchez was batting under 200. He's finally above it. He's 201 now.
But Judge is having a good season. Let's not forget about that.
Garrett Cole is having a good season. Pre-doctoring the baseball.
Touchy
this
subject.
Is bad.
Touchy
And I can't even blame. Listen, everyone wants to say fire Boone. I don't think it's Boone. It's these.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Sorry. I'll stop.
Boone, terrible manager. Rojas, terrible manager. You can't fire these managers. You know why? Because every manager in baseball now are puppets. The GM runs the show.
Exactly.
So what's the point of firing the manager? You're going to get the same show, the same terrible decisions, no matter who. Unless you have Joe Madden or Baker or one of these old school managers that are going to say no to the analytics. If you bring another new face in, it's going to be another puppet.
Right. No, I know.
Speaking of that strikeout, how about we watch it? Because I mean, me as a Met fan, I would have been highly upset if I seen this happen to my team.
It has happened to us. Let's be real. Painted the white of the batter's box in the right-handed side.
Gets a call on a curveball to send this game into extra innings.
He reacted well. I think
I would have been irate.
I would have hit the umpire. I would have been suspended for the year. I would have turned around. What'd you just say?
Worth another look.
Look at how far this was. Come on. You're a professional.
Not even close.
What are you looking at? What is the ump looking at? Like, literally, what is the ump looking at?
Let me tell you, that was
like,
great.
That was a whole foot.
It was a frame job.
Left. Like, what's happening here? Like,
and it's unbelievable. I heard the announcer on ESPN said the Yankees feel like this shouldn't even be in the 10th inning because Clint Frazier batting at a whopping 189 would have came through if that was a walk.
Yo, like I said, that's just one game, but that is the epitome of the frustration that the Yankee fans are going through. And guess what, Yankee fans? Me as a Met fan, I've been through that many years. So that that you feel in your stomach,
Let me tell you,
I
the
felt that
Yankee season.
feeling for a very, very
The
long
Yankee
time.
season ended
So
with Kluber going down. They started rolling because you had Cole being good all year. Then Kluber turned the corner, and then
Pitched a
I
no-hitter.
the woman beater at the number 3 started pitching good. What's his
Yeah,
name?
Jermaine.
Herman.
Jermaine, come on.
Herman.
Listen, but here's the thing about that strike 3 call. You can't let that get to you if the game is still going, right? You say, okay, whatever, focus on the game now, and then the Boston Red Sox wound up scoring 2 runs right after that, right? So, like, you're not keeping your head in the game, regardless if the game is going to extra innings or not. So you're not focusing on the game itself. You're focusing on something that is out of your control. And that's what it's been like for us the last 10 games of the season so far.
Question as a Yankee fan, because I know if I was the Yankees what I would do, but everybody thinks I'm biased. So
Right.
Lou, as a Yankee fan, where do you guys go from here? All right, let's say you guys are throwing the season away. Let's say you concede the season. Who do you move?
can't.
What do you think? You can't. New York Yankees do not. Their rebuild was one season, and they still finished 500 that year right before. Was it 09? Yeah, because they retooled right in 09. That was their only rebuild, was 08. Retooled right in 09, boom, won the chip. So there's no such thing as a rebuild. So what needs to happen for this Yankee team?
As much as I hate to say it, the New York Yankees have not reached the World Series since 2009. We made a couple of ALCS championships appearances, but nothing great. And I hate to fucking say this, but if this season does not pan out the way it's supposed to be, I think Brian Cashman has got to go. And I think it starts. And I think that's where it starts. I think that's where it starts. Because just like you said, Nico, it all comes from upstairs. The analytics show that Brett Gardner against right-handed pitchers has a 387 batting average when they gets consecutive curveballs thrown to him, and this pitcher throws
on a
lot of
73-degree day.
Right, exactly.
73 degrees, he has to pinch hit.
This is on Brian Cashman and the upstairs management. I hate to say it because he's brought a lot of all-stars to this team, but this goes to Brian Cashman. The Yankees need a change. Brian Cashman's got to go.
Now, isn't this what we was discussing prior to the season starting? I mean, I know they had a hot spring training, and I know they had a nice stretches in the season, like literally a hot streak right before this cold streak. But the discussion that we had prior to the season was injury prone, pitching, and defense.
Contracts.
Yeah, but
everybody wants no.
I hear about the contracts, but I'm talking about as far as them winning.
Steinburners have the money people think that they have. If you think about the money they already shelled out, Garrett Cole is making over $300 million.
Right.
Stanton's contract, and now you're talking about they can't spend on a significant contract because Judge is going to get paid.
I disagree because they're one of the richest. They're one of the richest franchises in sports, bro. So I don't agree with that.
No, listen, I don't agree with the money thing either because you know why? All these players, all between the jersey sales and the tickets alone, they're gonna make all that money back plus some.
Money is not the issue.
Money is not the issue. It's
I think they're afraid because of the guys that they have to pay.
It's the philosophy is the issue, man. Like,
and how do you not bring in a lefty bat? They have 0 lefty starters.
That's terrible.
No, it's bad.
That's terrible.
Listen, if you look on paper, though, right? Here's the thing. You look on paper. Gary Sanchez, DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber
you put Gary
Torres
Sanchez in that conversation. I can't listen to you.
No. Because here's the thing: is that Gary Sanchez, the Yankees are so hyped up about Gary Sanchez for whatever reason. I don't know. This is why he's still a Yankee right now. This is why he's still playing. Right.
This is last year. Yeah.
But on paper, you have up and coming Clint Frazier. Right. All these guys and all the upstairs are like, "Yo, we're gonna have a great year," and now they're not performing. That's an upstairs thing.
Hey,
it's an upstairs thing.
Look at this. Imagine if Cashman paid LeMahieu what he was asking for. Remember how much he was looking like a genius because he got him for the cheap compared to what he was asking for? Right. Now look at this. What if you actually did pay him what he was asking for?
The 5-year, $125 million.
And he's playing like
this.
What's
the best thing that can happen to the Yankees? That Stanton gets hot again.
He has to.
Gets hot again. You guys still lose.
Oh,
and you guys call the Giants and be like, hey, you guys need this power bat and you guys could afford this contract, and get him the hell out and go get the next big thing next year.
Right. Listen, all I know is
The
that
Giants are a big market. They're overachieving this year. They're going to be huge players in the trade market coming next month.
listen, all I know is that when Stanton got hot, he was batting 220, went up to 315. He's now back down to 240. So it's one of those things where, listen, I still think Clint Frazier needs to go back down to the minor leagues right now.
yeah, but then who they gonna replace him with? Gardner, who's actually 96
Frazier's
years
so
old,
bad they
and he
keep
can't really do
re-signing
nothing either. Like,
Right, it's true.
who else
He's
are they gonna
right.
have?
No, but you have Miguel Andujar, who actually hasn't been playing that horrible. Send his ass back down.
Man, so somebody that's playing okay is not playing horrible. That's acceptable, I guess.
It's not that it's acceptable. It's that that's all we have. That's all we have. They just sent down that kid from the Mariners who's supposed to be their up and coming. Frankie Montgomery is going to kill himself. They just sent him down.
Everybody talk about how bad that trade is. The
And look
Jig
at
struck out
Edwin Diaz.
26 times.
Out of 23 games, he's batting 96.
And then we got Edwin Diaz, who's
Well, we'll get to the mess. We'll get to
pitching
the mess.
great.
We'll get to the mess. This is the
But
Yankees.
regardless-
segment,
Oh,
right?
this,
Regardless-
let's not cut this segment short. I apologize.
Regardless, the
I-
Yankees are in trouble.
Let him get his frustration out.
That's all I'm saying. I know I got that when I was yelling before. I'm sorry if I yelled
No.
in your guys' ear.
Can I ask the question? Am I allowed to ask the question?
What, are the Yankees going to make the playoffs?
Is Garrett Cole a doctor of the baseball?
He's not.
Whoa.
No,
Jacob
a
DeGrom is-
doctor of the
Jacob-
baseball, as it is. He using some substances.
Ugh.
You know,
I mean,
you know,
he did come from Houston.
What's up with
that's my
Donaldson?
biggest
What's
thing.
up with Donaldson attacking him? Talking about his
He's on his list.
yeah.
He
What's
has a
up with
list
that?
of multiple pitchers, elite pitchers that are on this list that he's putting together, and he can't wait to release this list, even though he keeps putting the cliffhangers out there.
Right.
But you got Donaldson. They said that you had a clubhouse manager from the Angels that Garrett Cole was like, hey, we don't face you guys until May, but
he got
I'm
that
having
text.
a problem getting my hands on this substance. Like, that looks bad.
it looks
And then
the same
the next game, he gives up 5 runs for the first
right.
inning,
his
right?
worst start of this. I wouldn't say it's the first time that I heard that was a bullshit meme, but arguably his worst start of the season. A couple of days after MLB says they're cracking down on it, looks very fishy.
Chris, all
Yeah,
pitchers.
but what happens? What happens if he pitched really well? Then he would have said he would have used the stuff, right? He was.
Well,
he was.
well
using
now
it.
they have a 2-second video on Twitter from Saturday saying that Jacob DeGrom like touched his belt and then his glove, and they're saying that little 2-second video saying that DeGrom doctored the baseball,
reaching
Stop.
reaching at
Big
greatness of the
Big
greatest
time.
pitcher ever. And newsflash, he don't strike people out on spin rate. He strikes people out at 102
On velocity, right? Exactly.
and a
Exactly,
95
right.
mile an hour slider. Like, come on.
Right. Exactly.
94 miles an hour.
Right. Come
you know
on,
you
Nico.
oversell
You know what?
your legends.
You know
You know
what?
you oversell your legends.
You know what?
I
This
saw
is the
him throw a
thing.
100-mile-an-hour slider once.
We're bringing the vibe of this show down with all this Yankee talk. Let's uplift ourselves with the orange and blue, the first place team, the
first
team
place
who's actually
AAA Mets.
making a difference. Nico,
Nice division. That's all I'm going to say. Continue what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're gonna see when Philly sweeps the Yankees. I want you to say how bad our division is.
I wouldn't be surprised anyway. The Yankees fucking suck. That's
Well,
fine.
let's
Let
see.
them fucking sweep the Yankees. Do me a favor. Get rid of Cashman. Go ahead.
We
Go ahead.
have-
Take me up. Go ahead. Let me hear this. Go ahead.
We have the most elite 3 starters that anyone has ever seen since the 90s Braves, stats wise. Stats wise, I'm not gonna say ability wise, stat wise. You got
DeGrom,
62.62, Stroman at
Stroman,
241, Walker at
Walker.
217. Walker's our 3rd starter at 217. Garrett Cole's ERA is what?
and he's actually not supposed to be the
2.26?
3rd starter. Remember, because we supposed
He's
to
supposed to be the
Carrasco, we supposed to
Actually,
have
he
we
was
supposed to
our
be the 5th
We
because we
signed
got
him as
Carrasco
our
and
5th
Syndergaard.
starter.
That's right.
Our 5th starter is better than your ace. I just want to point that out. But Stat-wise.
Stop! Up until last week. Stop. Don't even fucking get me started,
Listen.
bro. You got me. I was nice and relaxed in my chair until you said that, bro. I was not. I said what? Fucking get out of here, bro.
Statistically.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say shit.
Yo,
But the
we got
biggest
DeGrom with the pitching, and he's batting. I think he
Ohtani who? Ohtani who? Look at that batting average.
I'll look it up right now. Continue talking about the Mets. I'll look it up right now.
No, wait. Before we even talk about DeGrom is old news. Let's be real. You go
DeGrom is
blue in the
always
face.
news.
But
Come on.
we go blue in the face talking about his greatness. Like, come on. There's not even a Mount Rushmore. They're just gonna put a big statue in the middle of the
People
United
laughed
States.
at me
They might
when
put
I
a
was
statue
making
in
a
Yankee Stadium
comparison
of
of him and
for a Mets pitcher.
Seaver. When I was making a comparison with him and Seaver, people were laughing at me. I bet you them laughing is quieting it down now.
The only
the guy is
problem
doing
with
things.
DeGrom is we had Tom Seaver, who career with the Mets, that he will never catch Seaver. He will be number 2 in Mets books through the whole record book, except for ERA, because that's crazy that he's outshining Seaver.
And
in
striking outs, man. Watch, he's catching them in strikeouts too, bro.
But the bigger news about the Mets, the biggest news, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Lindor's batting .218.
Compared to his 160 that he was batting, that's a lot.
Hold on. Where did I write it down here? April, he was batting 189. May, he was batting 204. And this is by the month, not in total.
He definitely dipped down to 160.
Yeah, 159. I saw 159 at one point.
Yes.
But his April average, 189. His May average, 204. His June average, mind you, 6 games, 346.
Woo! Just like the millions of dollars he got in his contract.
No, that's short. That's short 0.5. He only got 341. He got 341.
Yo, I have to interrupt. Jacob DeGrom is batting 391 right now this season.
Wow.
Yo, his average went down because he was 450.
He was 450.
Before this week, he was 450.
He's batting 391, Jacob DeGrom. Oh, my Lord.
Everybody was laughing at me. I said his first start back off the DL before Alonso and them came back. Put him to bat third. Might as well. We have a AAA team out there.
Listen. Let's just discuss this in reality here. The Mets are going through what they normally go through, which is a ton of injuries. But what's different about this team is with the injuries that they got, they're finding a way to win. They are mismatching people all over the place. They're designating people to assignments. They're bringing up people from the minors who are not even prospects that's not even supposed to be up here, and everybody's doing their job. And that's what's crazy. It's like normally when we have this situation, like we got guys that have no clue what to do on a major league level. But for some reason, they're pushing the right buttons. Even when it arrived, like let's take Nito, for instance, right? Nito's been an afterthought because he's never was able to hit prior to this year. And now
will always have a job because of Jacob DeGrom.
That's what I'm trying to say. So now a year where everybody's struggling to hit, now Nito all of a sudden has figured himself out. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the Darno, figuring himself out late in this stage. So much that they put McCann at first, right? So what did McCann say?
His first game.
So what did McCann say? Oh, you want to take my job? Oh, no. We're going to battle for this job. So now McCann is starting to heat up. Now he's hitting home runs and getting base hits, clutch base hits too. So now
everything
we got a little,
McCann does is clutch. He doesn't hit much, but they
but he's on fire right now. If you look at Lou, look at
he's another one over 220, 230 now.
I'm telling you right now. They got their little competitions going on with the no-name guys.
You know who my MVP is of this team?
Jacob DeGrom.
Numbers won't support it. My MVP of this team is VR.
He's
VR, the energy, the base running, the glove.
Defense.
Glove, the pop, the time. He's another one. Every hit he gets, he's not getting a hit up 9-0. Every hit he gets is in crunch time.
Clutch. Right. It's incredible, man. Like I said, I feel like I don't even want to say do anything because I feel like I'm in a dream world. The fact that this is a situation where they normally
reinforcements don't come until July.
So prior to the last 7 games, McCann was batting 182. The last 7 games, he's batting 357, and his average is now up to 225.
I tell you, that little competition
better than
that he got going. Oh, wait a minute. I got the big contract, and I'm not automatically the catcher? Oh, shoot. I have to actually, work for my job? Yeah, let me step my game up.
Islanders winning 2-1. Right.
And
You know.
and how about this bullpen? Like
Right.
you're gonna tell me
That
that
just got
you was
Lugo
gonna
back.
enter this season, right? You're gonna enter this season thinking that Diaz was gonna be darn near lights out and Familia was gonna be trustworthy. Like,
No.
you
And
know what I'm saying?
Familia's been more lights out than
That's what I'm saying.
anybody in
But
that bullpen.
Betances has been hurt, right? He's not here. I think he
Lugo
might
just
be
got
out.
back.
Lugo just got back. Hey, so we've been Trevor May, and Smith, and
Where did they find Castro? Where did they find this man? Because he is amazing.
Castro? But yo, remember that kid, the guy that hunches over, what was his name? They had him for a little bit and then they let him go. That dude that he does that little scowl and he hunts over with the crazy mustache. I forget his name. He was good in the bullpen too. When he had the two I think he had two last names. Oh man, I forgot.
Foley, whatever.
Yeah, that guy, that Foley guy. Yeah, he did good when he came up here, and all of a sudden they let him
Tommy
go. Like,
Hunter.
I don't know what happened. Like,
Let me tell you, the Mets announcers are the biggest jerks. Tommy Hunter got that single. He's out of breath.
Oh,
They're like,
breaking news! Thibodeau wins Coach of the Year. Breaking news!
Very cool. Very
Let's
cool.
go, Tibbs. All right.
Obviously well deserved, right? I mean, like, come on. Come on. Good.
Like it.
he took the worst roster
And turned Randall.
Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, Sean Reed Foley. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
name.
So what happens with that? Is Randall? I know Randall won't be a one all. A one.
I think he'll be third team.
Third team.
There's too many forwards. You got Kawhi. You got Paul George, LeBron, AD. Like all these people are considered forwards. He's not gonna.
How did we get off this Mets topic?
Sorry.
I'm trying to understand how this is
We got excited about Thibodeau, and then we thought about Randall. That's what happened.
Hold on. Are we talking about the Mets? Are we talking
We're
about the
talking
best
about
team in New York?
a first place team we're talking about here. Let's not
with a 3.5 game lead.
Yes.
Oh,
you know, the one that Chris said that we're gonna struggle in this division. Yeah,
Let me tell you, all jokes aside,
your division's hurt. The division's very hurt.
So is the Mets.
The Mets got more injuries
they're
than
over
anybody in
500.
baseball.
They're over 500, Lou. You can't make an excuse about it. Just because they're hurt, the Mets are hurt too. And they're still over 500. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, bro, because we got serious injuries. Even DeGrom was hurt for a while. You know what I'm saying?
DeGrom missed 2 games.
Oh, but 2 games, that's a lot for your ace. Take Garrett Cole away.
Possibly 18
Take
innings.
Garrett Cole away. The Yankees going to be even worse than y'all are now.
It's not 18. It's like 17.1. All right.
No,
because
yes, Bobby,
25
thank
strikeouts.
you.
No, 30 strikeouts.
Billy McKinney. He was giving away with cash, right? Giving away with cash. That's how they got him, right?
The worst trade we ever made.
And then he's showing pop. He's playing good defense in the outfield. It's so much where they feel comfortable him sitting there until Conforto gets back.
Listen, all I know, guys, is that in a few weeks
we paid $1 for Maben.
I know you paid $1 for Maben.
But Maben is gone. He got designated for assignment, so he's out of here.
If you guys, I hope in a few weeks we talk. If the Mets start to fall, I can't wait. I'm gonna fucking buy a couch.
Let me tell you something.
Just for this moment.
All jokes aside, we need to make a trade for a starter, not an ace. We need a rotation for this thing. We're not gonna go through losing streaks because of the 3 guys we have in our rotation. We're not gonna have losing streaks, but we're gonna stumble. That 4 and 5. Peterson needs to go down, in my opinion. He needs to go down and work on a few things. Because I do not think he's this bad.
I just released him on my fantasy baseball team.
Listen,
because his ERA for me was 135 the other day.
And I hate the philosophy of an opener. I think it's the stupidest thing in America that you put a reliever in for 1 inning and put a starter in for 5. Just let my starter warm up and tell him he's going to pitch 4 innings.
I don't get that neither. But that's analytics, and once again, rearing its ugly head. But this is what I'm trying to say here, guys. The San Diego Padres are one of the top teams in the National League.
Elite teams in all of baseball.
Shiz, you're right. He does say elite a lot, but
he does say elite.
Padres is one of the teams where that they're expected to be a playoff team, and they're expected to be a winning team. They got a ton of talent. So when the Mets lost the first 2 games, it was cause for concern a little bit. Like, not like worry, but cause for concern. Like, okay, maybe this team is so much better than us. We do got a long ways to go. But then the Mets started showing grit and they found a way to outpitch
I mean,
one of the best teams in the West
when you have the
and win 2
Grom
games in a
Strowman
row.
at the back end of that series makes it easier. But I said the same thing. I said, listen, I'm not going to overreact. We had a winning streak. We were like 8 out of 10. We won. I said, listen, look who we're playing. The same thing I said about the Yankees in the beginning of May when they got hot. Look at who you're playing. I said, we're playing San Diego right now. Let's cool the Jets. Let's see how we handle San Diego. We lost those first 2 games
in San Diego. I'm happy with that.
We lost those first 2. I'm holding my head. I'm there like, maybe it was just a schedule, but good thing our division keeps losing when we lose, so we still have a 3.5 game lead.
Right.
All right, let's get off the Mets now. Let's talk about that pay-per-view that happened yesterday.
Oh,
Mayweather
so boring,
versus
bro.
Paul.
Free money.
So boring. Free money.
I mean, just think about it. How many fights did Mayweather actually knock someone out?
27 out of 50.
No, I mean like actually knock them out. You know what I'm saying?
The best quote, Mayweather said, listen, I retired from boxing, but I'll never retire from entertainment. I'm not going to leave that money. I'm not going to leave that money on the table. They gave him almost 100 mil.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Mayweather let him live for those 8 rounds because
I think so.
After that flare, because you saw it in the first round when Mayweather was sitting there like this, and then Paul just started wailing on him, just wailing. By the time that's the second bell, the ring for the second round,
he was tired.
Bro, his hair was drooped down, drooping sweat. He was like leaned over. He kept hugging him the whole time. Like, he was tired. He was
but here's the thing though, is that he went 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, but the problem is that even the referee said that he would have deducted a point from him because he kept holding him. He kept holding Mayweather. So even though he lasted 24 minutes with him in the ring, Logan Paul was holding him for a good 11 to 12 minutes. Yeah. So he's not really lasting with them. He's just holding on to him.
Like I said, Mayweather, let him live, basically. Because you hear it in the interview at the end, they asked him, they say, how do you think because remember, he's a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? So that they're not even in the same weight class. So he said, how do you think that he's going to, be in the heavyweight class? He said, it's going to be tough for him. Then he cleaned it up and said, he's a good fighter. Blah, blah, blah.
He also said he was better than he expected.
Yeah, he expected him to be even whacker than he is.
I will say the difference in divisions. I don't think he would have knocked him out, even though he was. I felt like he helped him throughout the fight. Same thing he did to McGregor. The same thing he did to McGregor. He helped McGregor get through that fight until he was ready to knock him out. And I was still mad to this day that the ref didn't let him knock out McGregor. But that's neither here nor there. But the weight difference, the size difference, I don't think Mayweather really could have knocked him out. He wasn't going to lose the fight. He was not going to lose the fight.
Listen, Mayweather hit him a couple of times. Hit him a couple of times, and Logan Paul just took it. Because but that's the weight difference.
I think that was Mayweather holding back a little bit too. Honestly,
I don't think so.
I think so. But you do remember there was an undercard. There was a special undercard that happened.
Do you have highlights from that?
Chad Ochocinco.
I mean, let me tell you something. Chad Ochocinco,
the most humbled receiver in NFL history.
He fought a pretty good fight. I mean, he didn't look bad out there. But then 40 seconds left in the match.
What happened?
This is what happened.
Said no, that was nothing.
Flexed at him. He said, "All right, hold on." He didn't knock him out.
No, he's trying to give him 5.
Yo, he flexed.
You saw him trying to give him 5?
No. They put a stick there. They put a stick between his. Who put that stick there?
Right, exactly. Right.
Yo, that hook came from nowhere. He was like,
when he got hit by that and he went like this, I thought he was still bedazzled by getting hit. Like you ever see that video of that boxer who got knocked out and he stood right back up and he's like, what I mean? Like I thought that's what he did at first. But he's like, all right, you got me. Good job.
At least he didn't get Nate Robinson.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake
but
Paul.
The NFL guys definitely got at him, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, but listen, but Chad Ochocinco is an entertainer, right? He's always been like that. The same thing goes with Floyd Mayweather. He's an entertainer. He made so much money. Listen, if I made almost $100 million from some kid from YouTube, I'll tell the whole world, I think he's a pretty good boxer because he got me almost $100 million.
He's so great. Let me fight his brother now. I think I need 200.
Right, exactly. But here's the thing with the whole got your hat thing between Floyd and Jake. I think Floyd would actually try to outbox Jake Paul, like legit. And in my opinion, Jake Paul is the better boxer than his brother Logan Paul.
Yeah, but he's still not on that level.
No. But that's why I'm
About
saying
the
that
best
Floyd.
pound for pound fighter.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is I think Floyd Mayweather would actually fight.
I think he would try to hurt
Jake.
him. Yeah.
Right, exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because there's actual animosity there.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But
Yeah,
no,
so all in all, the fight was boring.
it was
All in
boring.
all.
It was 8 rounds. There was no judge. Exhibition, right?
It was boring. It was boring.
It is what it
That
is.
was easy money.
Right.
It was just here. They're gonna
All
pay
right.
us.
Let's move on to the highlights.
Highlights of the week. What are Boogie?
Week.
Oh.
Boogie Hollis, tell us where first off, our highlights of the week are brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located on 10601. Get your tire and wheel stuff done right over here. Where's the little thing, Boog?
Well, I have the screen share up for the
I got it.
highlights
Okay,
of the week.
Oh, gotcha.
You can
106th
put it
Street
up.
Tire
There
and
you
Wheel.
go.
106th Street Tire and Wheel. Go check them out over in Corona, New York. All right, Boogie Hollis, take us. What is our first highlight of the week for our sports talk show? Tell us.
There's a young lady named Jewel Lloyd who
Okay.
plays in the WNBA.
Okay.
There was 0.8 seconds left in overtime.
Right.
I mean, you ain't got much time to shoot, so let's see what happens here.
So
Let's
this
see.
a quick catch. Maybe something dive into the hole by Brianna. We'll see. There she is. Oh, she had it. Catch and shoot for life.
Oh.
Nothing but net. WNBA action. Word. That was a Dame time shot right there. That was a Dame time shot right there, for sure.
She had to go to the watch on that one.
Listen, I love that this is happening for the WNBA because they get no. I saw my first WNBA Reebok commercial the other day. So obviously they're doing something right with the marketing team that the WNBA is getting a lot more credit than it has been. A lot more
They're not gonna get sneaker sales with Reebok.
That's right, Chris. You're moving up, baby.
Listen, it's better than nothing, brother. Better than nothing. That's how you.
That's like Kawhi with New Balance.
Uncle Vin, right? Yeah, but he got paid a lot of money for that, bro.
I know. That's so stupid.
The pay-per-view was $99.99 if you
for people who paid.
For people who paid, unless you streamed it illegally. But who would do that, right? No one does that. What?
All right, going into our next highlight.
Let's see our next highlight.
The hated Trae Young against the 76ers, throwing an alley-oop from partial logo to dunk over Embiid.
The surest ball handler throws it up, and that is the exclamation.
Oh,
I want to know how he got underneath the rim after lobbing that from so far.
right.
He almost got dunked on. How
That
fast
play
is he?
was planned. You know
Yo,
they
somebody needs to do
practiced that
something to
before.
this kid.
You gotta hit him. You
Yo,
gotta
he
hit
think
him.
he's too tough.
Receive the pass. Just watch as they come in there. See,
He's
Right
too
over
little.
Embiid too.
You know,
It's such a small
I'm
window.
starting not to feel that bad as a Knicks fan. If the 76ers can't even stop these stupid
Let me
lobs
tell you
and
something. I
floaters,
think that's a bad matchup for the 7. I see the 76ers losing this series.
Jesus.
And you know what? I want the Hawks to win. I'm praying that the Hawks win this series. You ready for this? So
Why?
these Brooklyn Nets could play big brother and slap up those bullies that beat up our little brother Knicks.
Okay, that's fair.
I
Wow.
want them Hawks to make it so big brother could come and give them the little.
Well, listen, as a Brooklyn Nets fan too, right? I would rather play the Atlanta Hawks than. I
think Embiid's a matchup
76.
problem for us too.
Yeah.
Too, but
Right. I mean, Atlanta. I mean, that's just what I think. You know, like I would
But
rather
KD
play the Atlanta Hawks than the
KD is a
76ers.
walking mismatch. Like, come on.
Agreed.
The person that's most built to play defense on him, who's the Greek freak because of the length, size, speed.
Right.
He's like, come here.
Yo, that is true.
He said, come here. Every time he saw the Greek freak switch onto him, he went straight at him. There was no pass. And that's the thing that everybody hates about LeBron and hates about some of these guys. When it's time to put a show on, it's time to put a show on. Like, you, come here.
Chris, that is true, by the way. Someone did say the Hawks are better than the Nets, and imagine they play each other in the next round.
Oh,
That would be
God. Yeah, they
amazing.
started their own show. They got so mad that I flamed them out of our page.
That would be
So bad.
amazing.
But
All right.
Boogie, tell us, what is our highlight clip of the week? Show us, baby. Pause.
We're going to go to women's softball. This was
I love this.
2-1.
There's a lot going on.
Now, remember, they only play 7 innings. So there's 1 out, 7th inning, a run on 3rd, and this is what happens.
And Dickums makes the diving.
Wow. Literally, the only play she could have possibly done to
There's
get
no
that runner out.
flip. There's no flip. There's
No
no
time
nothing.
to do anything else but sacrifice her body for the out.
Great play.
The all-out effort. Pilar has to be her favorite player.
Wait, Chris, why should we check out her Instagram? Is she nice to look at? Is that what you're saying? Wait, show me a link in her
DC
Instagram.
Alexander.
Oh, wait. Look at the second highlight. And
Look at that.
Dickums with the diving tag.
Yeah.
Boogie, I actually have one more clip. I'm going to show.
Okay.
It's actually a New York Yankee clip.
Figures you gotta have something good with the Yankees.
Gotta have something good, right? So this is the New York Yankees.
This be the dumpster flop.
This whole week, New York Yankees. This whole week.
Oh man.
Oh
man.
Yeah, that's Cliff Frazier chasing down a fly ball.
Oh man.
New York Yankees all week, right there. That's New York watching this fucking jackass of a team all week. It's horrible. It's horrible being a Yankees fan right now. I hate it.
Listen,
hate it.
you're supposed to be a diehard, man. You got to go through thick.
I am
and thin,
a diehard.
man.
I'm also being a realist.
I
Thick
want to
and
know.
thin, man.
I want the Yankees to go through slumps, so I want to test who are real Yankee fans. Like, how are you gonna test that we're real Met fans? You know what we've been through. You
Right.
know, you see what we've been
What we're
through.
still
Or
going through.
A real
We
Nets
still ain't
fan.
won.
I said, don't let one of my for everything I go through in sports for the teams that I root for. Don't let us be a success because it's over for everyone's social media. Because
Right.
I'm gonna go off. I've been through too much to not celebrate the way I need to celebrate.
Listen, the New York Mets have a more recent World Series appearance than the New York Yankees. All right.
Listen,
I haven't seen the Yankees in the World Series since 2009.
this might be Nico's year, man.
It might be. You might get a Brooklyn Nets and a New York Mets championship appearance. I mean, listen, though. Let's be honest. The team to beat in the NL West. I mean, the team to beat in the NL is the Padres right now.
No, it's the Dodgers.
Dodgers,
You
man.
can't point at anybody.
Still Dodgers.
To beat a champ, you got to beat the champ. So no matter what the standards
Still
are right
Dodgers.
now, it's the Dodgers. But like I said,
The
that
Giants, the
lineup is the
Padres.
best lineup in baseball. Dodgers have the best lineup in baseball. The only way to beat the best lineup in baseball is to have the best pitching. The same thing. People call me crazy. The same thing the Mets did to the Cubs in 2015. They had that up and coming great, well, not even up and coming. They were just a great lineup, 1 through 9. And what did they do? Harvey, DeGrom, Thor blew them away.
Yep.
And
And then we faced Kansas City, who played small ball, and we tried to hit home runs every at bat, and we lost.
Yep. And then Johan Cespedes.
I was trying to cut that season short and have a
Right.
happy 2015 NL champion.
And then Johan Cespedes got on a horse and a donkey and fell. And
He's still not on a major league team. So what does that tell you?
You
He's
saw
a fucking
Puig?
idiot.
Oh, we should have put that highlight up. Did you see Puig? They had an Instagram clip of him arguing with a pitcher in Mexico for not throwing him strikes. Benches cleared because he cursed out the pitcher for not.
Of course he
throwing
did.
strikes.
Puig is insane. He's absolutely insane. He's absolutely insane. And yeah, Daniel Murphy was amazing that series in 2015. Wasn't he the NLCS MVP? He was.
He went 5 straight games, I think, with hitting a
With a home run.
But you know what? I miss Murph, but that ruined him in the World Series, because then he only swung for the fences, and he used to be a great average guy, and he didn't hit nothing in the World Series.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
But yeah, Puig is 30, 31. What is Cespedes? Ain't that old either.
I want to say he's 32.
Who,
wanna say-
Cespedes?
Cespedes. I want to say he's early 30s. Yeah,
I
want to
can't
say.
find that Puig joint. I was trying to
Oh, it
find
was
a few
matter.
shit.
I got it, but it's on my phone and I'm on my laptop here. It's
Nah,
not-
Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. You Russell, you missed the whole section of Yankees before about how they average 15
Oh wait,
strikeouts a
I
game.
pulled. I heard something on ESPN yesterday that I wrote down. The Yankees are an elite team. They lead the league in hit into double plays.
Oh, that's good. All right, Yanks. All right, we're number one for something.
There goes the elite
We're
word
number one for
again.
some- We're number one for something. At least,
I didn't-
yeah, it's bad. No, listen, again,
They're
Yankees
number
are
one.
in trouble.
They
Yankees
are
in trouble.
the number one rally killing team in baseball.
Yeah, exactly. The Yankees are in trouble. Their fans are upset. I'm a realist Yankee fan when I tell you that this is just it's. I'm not. I want to be optimistic,
Where's my
but
remote? Because the Nets are on. I didn't even have the TV on.
Nico elite alert. Right, exactly.
Wait, what happened?
No, he did a Nico elite alert. Every time you say elite, we're gonna be. Every time somebody says elite, we're gonna hit that button going forward.
I'm an
This is
elite
what's gonna happen.
analyst.
Right, exactly.
I was testing. And I didn't even get to introduce myself the right way. We all know that I am the Knicks, not the Knicks, I'm sorry, the Nets and Mets Panic Control Committee.
Right.
What did I call myself on Facebook? What was it? The Damage Control Consultant. There we go.
Damage control. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The elite
Harden,
damage control.
elite damage control. And Harden will not play again until the Nets lose. Mark my words. They will extend his rest, which I think is going to be till the conference finals while I do my damage control.
Right now the Nets
In
are up,
elite fashion.
right now the Nets are up 19-13.
Yawn.
Right. Yeah.
It's
For now.
I'm cheering for the Knicks to make it far so I can watch some entertaining game. Yeah, I was actually jumping out of my seat watching these Knicks games. Like I was a fan. That's how
22-13.
into those games I was. And let me tell you,
They were good games until the Knicks were getting blown out. I mean,
Right. But all right, guys, listen, from us here at True New York Sports, it is now 8:07. Our time is up. I would like to thank Mr. Nico Rivera for participating. Mr. Nico Elite Rivera coming down on the show today. I want to thank you very much, dude. I hope you had a good time with us. We had a great time with you. Pause. And we hope that you continue being on the page. We want to thank everyone else for hanging out with us today.
Again.
yeah, I would
like to thank 106 Street Tire and Wheel over on 10601 in Corona, New York. Get your automotive stuff done over there. And until next week, episode number 34 in the books, Boogie Hollis and Lou DiMartino.
Bring me back when we raise our banner.
And we will see you next week when the Bucks eliminate the Brooklyn Nets from
The connection's bad. I can't hear you.
You guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you guys next week.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.